Good afternoon, I'm Atik Rumi, bring you the news on Gold FM. In your headline, Central Bank accused in Treasury cyber heist. SL Cert explains delay in cyber breach disclosure. Weapons and ammunition recovered from SF Raju's residence. Tehran insists no US talks on agenda. US envoys to travel to Pakistan today. Another medal for Sri Lanka at Asian Beach Games. Sri Lanka New Zealand under 85 kilogram rugby clash today.
The top story on Gold FM.
The central bank has also been accused of being linked to the incident where the treasury was hacked and $2.5 million were stolen. The allegations were made by the Free Lawyers Association. This incident has drawn significant attention from international media. It comes amid reports that such a cyber breach could be the first of its kind recorded in the country's history. Treasury Secretary Dr. Harshana Suryaparama said the fraud was first detected in January this year, with a complaint lodged to the CID in March. However, Chairman of the Free Lawyers Association President's Council Maitri Gunaratne, along with former Governor of the Southern Province Kirti Tennakon, stated in a special interview that facts related to the incident have not yet been presented before a court. In the interest of clarity, we refrain from dubbing their remarks.
ක්‍රමිකතාවයක් වෙලා තිබෙනවා කියලා දැනගත්තේ කොයි ආකාරයෙන්ද
අවුරුදු වලට පොඩ්ඩක් ඉස්සෙල්ලා කරුණු ආවා මේ එක සැරේම මේ හක්කෝ බරපතල දෙයක් සිදු වෙමින් තියෙනවා මූල්‍ය වංචාවක් සම්බන්ධයෙන් සිද්ධ වෙනවා
මහ භාණ්ඩාගාරයට තමයි මේක නියම වෙලා තියෙන්නේ ගෙවන්න දැන් බලාගෙන යනකොට මහ බැංකුවත් පැහැදිලිව මේකට සම්බන්ධ වෙලා තියෙනවා මහ බැංකුවයි භාණ්ඩාගාරයයි දෙකම මේ වැඩේට සම්බන්ධයි කියන එක තමයි පැහැදිලි. ඒ මුදල් ඒ බැංකු ගිමන්ට යවන්න කටයුතු කරලා තියෙන්නේ මහ බැංකුවෙන් කියන එක තමයි අපිට දැනගන්න.
ගිණුම හදලා ණය අරගෙන ගිවිසුම් අත්සන් කරලා බැංකු ගිණුම් හදලා ඒ සියලුම දේවල් කොරස්පොන්ඩන්ස් යම් කාලයක් කරලා තියෙන්නේ ශ්‍රී ලංකා මහ බැංකුව. මහ බැංකුවේ නිලධාරීන් විසින් තමයි මේ ගිණුම විවෘත කරලා.
ඒ විතරක් නෙමෙයි මේගොල්ලෝ මහ බැංකුවෙන් විමසලා තියෙනවා මේක ගෙවන්න දෙපාද කියන එක. ඒතකොට ඒකට අනුමැතිය ලැබිලා තියෙනවා.
මහ බැංකුව තාම එක වචනයක් කියන්නේ නැහැ භාණ්ඩාගාරයේ ස්කෑම් එකකට අහු වෙලා තියෙනවා. මුදල් ලේකම් කියනවා හැක් කරලා කියලා. හැක් කරපු එක ගැන කතා කරන්න ඕනේ. මහ බැංකුව කටවහගෙන ඉන්නවා.
හර්ෂණ සූර්යපෙරුම මහත්මයා මුදල අමාත්‍යාංශයේ ලේකම්වරයා පැහැදිලිවම කියනවා මේක සයිබර් ප්‍රහාරයක්. මේක හැකර්වරුන් තමයි කරලා තියෙන්නේ කියලා.
ඒක ඒ බොරුව.
හැකර් කෙනෙක් මොකද කරන්නේ? ඒ account එකට ඇවිල්ලා තියෙන සල්ලි ටික අරගෙන යන එක තමයි හැකර් කරන්නේ. මේක ලියුමක් ඇවිල්ලා තියෙනවා මේ මුදල් ගෙවන්න ඕනේ කියලා. ඒ ලියුම අනුව තමයි කටයුතු කරලා තියෙන්නේ. ඒ ලියුමට තමයි අනුමැතිය අරන් තියෙන්නේ. ඒ ලියුම තිබිච්ච ටෙලිෆෝන් නම්බරයට කතා කරලා අහලා තිනවා මේ බැංක් account නම්බරේ හරිද කියලා. ඒ හරි කියලා කිව්වට පස්සේ තමයි සල්ලි ටික ට්‍රාන්ස්ෆර් කරලා තියෙන්නේ. එතකොට ඒක හැකර් වෙන්න බෑනේ. මේක වෙලා තියෙන්නේ මාස 6කට කලින්. ඒතකොට මාස 6කට කලින් මේ ආණ්ඩුව මේක දන්නේ නැත්නම් ආණ්ඩුවක්ද මේක මම අහන්නේ. මහ භාණ්ඩාගාරයේ කම්පියුටර් එක හැක් කරලා දිනවනම් ඒක පොලිසියට කියන්න ඕනේ නැද්ද?
පැමිණිල්ලක් ඒ පරිගණක අපරාධාංශ වලට කරලා නැහැ. මේ කතාව බොරු. එහෙම එකක් වෙලා නැහැ.
මේක වංචාවක්ද
පැහැදිලිවම වංචාව.
කවුද මේ වංචාවට සම්බන්ධ
භාණ්ඩාගාරයේ ලේකම්තුමා සම්බන්ධයි, අනුමැතිය දීපු නිලධාරීන් සම්බන්ධයි, ඒ වගේම අමාත්‍යතුමාත් මේකට සම්බන්ධ වෙනවා. මොකද එයා තමයි අමාත්‍යතුමා.
මහත්මයා කියන්නේ රටේ ජනාධිපතිතුමා.
මේ විමර්ශනය කරන්නේ මේක සීරියස් කේස් එකක්. CID එක ගැන විශ්වාසයක් නැහැ. ශානියා බේසේ කරලා වගේ පක්ෂේ සමාජිකයෝ දාලා CID එක විනාශ කරලා තියෙනවා. ජනමාධ්‍ය බය කරගෙන යන්න හදනවා. ඉතින් මේගොල්ලෝ මේ රට පාලනය කරන්නද හදන්නේ අද වෙනම ක්‍රමයකට පාලනය කරගෙන යන්න හදන්නේ. ඒ නිසා තමයි අපි කියන්නේ මේක සාධාරණ පරීක්ෂණයක් කරන්න ඕන නම් කවදාවත් මේගොල්ලෝ තියාගෙන
දැන් ඔබතුමන්ලා ෆ්‍රී ලෝයර් සංවිධානයේ හැටියට සාධාරණ පරීක්ෂණයක් මෙතන වෙන්නේ නැහැ කියලාද කියන්නේ
පැහැදිලි මෙතන පරීක්ෂණයක් නැහැ.
කොහාටද මෙසල්ලි ඇත්තටම ගිහිලා තියෙන්නේ
මේක ගිහිල්ලා තියෙන්නේ දන්න තරමින් දැනට USA වලට ගිහිල්ලා තියෙනවා.
ඇමරිකාවට
ගිහිල්ලා තියෙනවා.
මේ නැවත මුදල් ගේන්නට ඕනේ ඒක කරන්න පුළුවන්ද
උගණ්ඩාවේ සල්ලි දැන් ගේන්නම ඉතින් බන්නේ මාස 16ක් උගණ්ඩාවේ සල්ලි දැන් නැහැ කියලා කිව්වනේ. ආන්නේ ඒකම තමයි මේකට වෙන්නේ.
දැනටත් අපේ රටේ මහ භාණ්ඩාගාරයේ තියෙන මුදල් ඒ මුදල් සුරක්ෂිත
පැහැදිලිවම සුරක්ෂිත නැහැ.
This is the local news on Gold FM.
The Sri Lanka Computer Emergency Readiness Team offered an explanation on the steps taken by them following the incident where funds were stolen from the Treasury following a cyber attack. Its lead information security engineer Charuka Damunapola said that a forensic analysis on the system is ongoing and technical precautions have been recommended. Speaking to our staff reporter Avin Indrasoma on the program The Exchange, Damunapola first explained how the incident took place.
How does a government lose $2.5 million?
In terms of this particular incident, it's what we call a business email compromise or payment redirection fraud. So what happened in this sort of incident is it can be either an email account compromise or someone third-party entity can impose or even impersonate as a legitimate payment receiver. So in like similar scenarios, what happened is the third party has managed to get in hold with the email communication and managed to redirect the payment details to a third-party account. So that's what happened in a normal business email compromise. So we believe in this similar incident as well. The BEC has happened.
He then commented on why the incident came into light only after more than 3 months of its occurrence.
We saw the Secretary to the Treasury come out and say the reason they didn't reveal that this happened for 3 or so months was the fact that the hacker might cover their trails. Don't you think it's quite ridiculous to think that the hacker wouldn't have covered his trails if they did not come out and make a public announcement?
This is all about like investigation where the law enforcement will come and continue their investigation. If you look at similar accounts, what we see is this money can be going through several transaction accounts or travel through several countries as well. So and also it might end up in several virtual assets as well. So for that particular reasons...
But that could happen irrespective of the ministry coming out and saying this has happened or not.
Yeah,
right?
But the thing is sometimes this money can be come out in different forms, I think. So for that particular reason, these investigations should align with all sort of anti-money laundering acts and everything. So
was this a recommendation by your team?
That's mainly coming from the law enforcement authority.
Not SLCERT. Did SLCERT agree with this recommendation?
So it doesn't have to be from us because we are mainly looking at the technical aspect. So in terms of finding the suspect and tracing the money, this falls under the law enforcement and their expertise.
When quizzed on the measures taken so far to address the issue, this is what he had to say.
What sort of steps were taken within the infiltrated system?
In terms of the system, I think the forensic analysis is ongoing and also some technical precautions has been also recommended by our investigation teams.
Is this system still being used or has it been put temporarily on hold?
The system is still in use under more monetary supervision. Yeah.
Can you guarantee that this would not repeat within this specific system, at least at this time?
That's the most difficult question to answer because you cannot achieve, let's say, 100% security. So in this world, advancement of technology, the AI coming into play, you cannot say that this system is fully secured now. So that's why you need to have this continuous monitoring, continuous compliance, governance, and everything has to be in more advanced level in order to prevent any future attacks.
We've seen the central bank governor, we have seen every private bank in the nation send so many messengers, do so many awareness campaigns about how you don't have to share your OTPs, how you have to be careful, how you shouldn't act on random calls. How did it feel like knowing that this sort of a mistake was done at the top of our monetary system?
So that's the kind of a more complicated question in terms of awareness. It can happen in either from top level or from the bottom or anywhere, whether it's regardless of your education levels, your occupation or your knowledge level, your IT literacy, your computer literacy, whatever, it can happen into anyone. So that's why as in general the awareness should cover the entire ecosystem of the organization in order to uplift their knowledge.
The full interview is available on our Hero News International YouTube page. The Sagarika Express train that derailed near Wadduwa railway station has now been re-railed and moved back to the station. Railway Traffic Superintendent Asanka Samarasinghe stated that train operations along the coastal line have returned to normal. He also noted that the Galu Kumari train, which was originally scheduled for afternoon service, was deployed this morning as a replacement for the affected Sagarika train. Meanwhile, repair work on the damaged railway track is expected to be completed by Monday. The Sagarika Express, which departed from Beliatta at 4:15 a.m. and was due to reach Maradana at 8:19 a.m., derailed around 7:25 a.m. yesterday in the Vaddu area. The incident caused damage to both railway tracks, forcing authorities to limit train services from Colombo to Panadura and from Beliatta to Kalutara South. Railway officials later restored the down line last night, reopening it for train operations. A special investigation committee has been appointed to determine the exact cause of the derailment. Police recovered a Russian-made 9mm pistol, a magazine and 15 rounds of live ammunition from a property in Metia Goda earlier today. Officers from the Colombo Central Crimes Investigation Bureau located the items hidden behind the residence of Sanath De Silva, an alleged organized criminal, also referred to as SF Raju. The discovery followed information provided by the suspect during ongoing interrogations. SF Raju, the brother of the alleged criminal Karandeni Sudha, returned to the country on the 17th after his arrest in India. He remains in the custody of the Colombo Central Crimes Investigation Bureau under a 90-day detention order for further questioning.
Now for some news in brief.
The Colombo High Court sentenced an officer of the Haputale District Labour Office to 6 years in prison for accepting a 15,000 rupee bribe from a poultry farm businessman in the Vallavaya area.
The business news on Gold FM.
OpenAI chief executive Sam Altman issued a public apology for the company's failure to alert law enforcement regarding the online activity of a shooter who killed 8 people in Tumbler Ridge, British Columbia. In a letter addressed to the community and provincial officials, Altman expressed regret over the decision not to report an account belonging to Jesse Van Rootselaar, which the company banned last June for violating policies against the furtherance of violent activities. The shooting on the 10th of February resulted in the deaths of the perpetrator's mother and stepbrother, followed by 5 children and an educator at Tumbler Ridge Secondary School.
International news on Gold FM.
The Iranian Foreign Ministry stated today that no direct meetings are scheduled between Iranian and American negotiators in Pakistan, contradicting earlier suggestions from Washington. Foreign Ministry spokesperson Ismail Baghe clarified that while Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi is in Islamabad, he will only engage with Pakistani officials acting as mediators. Baghe noted that any Iranian observations or positions will be conveyed to the United States exclusively through these Pakistani intermediaries. This statement follows a White House announcement that envoys Jared Kushner and Steve Witkoff are traveling to Pakistan today for what was described as a direct engagement. This discrepancy underscores the continued diplomatic uncertainty surrounding efforts to end the current regional conflict. Iranian officials maintain that the visit focuses on supporting Pakistan's mediation efforts to restore peace and address what they describe as American-led aggression. Meanwhile, German Defense Minister Boris Pistorius confirmed that a minesweeper and a command and supply ship will deploy to the Mediterranean to prepare for a possible mission in the Strait of Hormuz. In an interview with a German newspaper, Pistorius stated that Germany is ready to utilize its expertise in mine clearance to protect freedom of navigation in the region. The move comes as Chancellor Friedrich Merz signaled Germany's willingness to join a multinational security mission provided specific conditions are met. The defense minister outlined several prerequisites for a formal deployment, including a sustained ceasefire between the United States and Iran, a clear international legal framework, and a mandate from the Bundestag.
Entertainment news on Gold FM.
A rare photo of the notoriously private Jack Nicholson surfaced, shared by his daughter Lorraine on Instagram to mark the three-time Oscar winner's 89th birthday. It shows him smiling and clapping alongside longtime friend and music icon Joni Mitchell. The famously private actor, whose last public appearance was at the Saturday Night Live 50th anniversary special in February 2025, has largely stayed out of the spotlight in recent years, with Lorraine's occasional Instagram posts offering fans their only glimpses of the beloved star.
Sports news on Gold FM.
Jayatra Sampath Miranda claimed a bronze medal for Sri Lanka in the men's long jump at the 6th Asian Beach Games currently taking place in Sanya, China. He achieved a distance of 7.41 meters during the competition. This achievement marks the third medal for the Sri Lankan contingent, following successes in the women's athletics events yesterday. The two-match series between the Sri Lankan national rugby team and New Zealand's under-85kg team will commence today. The first match will be held this evening at the Colombo Racecourse, with kick-off scheduled at 6 p.m. The second match will be held on the 3rd of May at the Nittaveli Stadium in Kandy. Siaran FC skipper Lasindu Karunatilakam will lead the Sri Lankan side for this two-match series. Hiru Media Network, including Hiru FM and Sun FM, serves as the official radio broadcaster for the tournament. Meanwhile, two more matches of the school's rugby league will kick off this evening. Trinity College will play against Lumbini College, while Kingswood College will lock horns with Zahira College. Yesterday, St. Peter's College ruthlessly defeated Mahanama College by 67-0. St. Joseph's College won against Ananda College by 41 points to 19. Sri Sumangala College claimed a narrow victory over DS Senanayaka College by 28-26. St. Thomas's College, meanwhile, lost to Thurston College by 27 points to 24. The 52nd limited overs encounter between St. Peter's College and St. Joseph's College is currently underway at the SCC in Colombo. Batting first, Peterites are currently at 172 runs for the loss of 7 wickets. That's it for the news. I'm Atik Rumi. Have a great day.
Text